Bonjour et bienvenue tout le monde. This is Meet Your Professor. I am Bridget Beeline, and I will be your French professor this semester at SUNY Niagara. And so today's lesson is really just getting to know a little bit about me, so you can know what to expect and how to navigate this course and how to be most successful. So, qui suis-je? Who am I? As I mentioned, my name is Professor Bridget Beeline. I'm a professor of world languages and the World Language Coordinator here at SUNY Niagara. We offer a vast amount of languages, including French, Spanish, Italian, German, Japanese, sign language, and recently adding Tuscarora. So if that's something you're interested in, I highly suggest that you explore that opportunity. I've been working here for over 13 years, and I love my job, and I'm really excited to introduce to you what we'll be learning this semester and how we can be successful in doing that. And to better prepare you for that, it's really important you know who is teaching you and who is guiding you. I have been an educator. This is my 24th year in education. It doesn't seem possible, but it is always exciting. It is always changing. I have experience in middle school and high school as well, but I've been at the college level for more than 14 years now. So what do you need to know about me? Most importantly is how to get a hold of me. And so here's my email. By far, the best way to get a hold of me is my email. And so you guys can see it up here. I know there's a lot of vowels. Pay particular attention to the BR. It's not BB. And so that usually sometimes trips people up. So be mindful. But if you want to get a hold of me and you want a response within 24 hours, definitely email me. My office is E226. My office hours are Monday 1 to 3, Tuesday 10 to 11, Wednesday 10 to 11, and Thursday 10 to 11. I am more than flexible to meet outside of these points, but these are the ones that I have scheduled so I can spend time assisting you with whatever your needs are. So again, the best way to get a hold of me is by email. I do check my email numerous times throughout the day, usually between 9 and 5. After 5 o'clock, I am pretty busy with family life, so I can't always promise I'll be checking my email, but I check it first thing in the morning and I check it numerous times throughout the school day. And so just be mindful if you want a response. If you send it in the morning, I most likely will get back to you in the same day. So why am I qualified to teach you? I really like to explain this. Languages have changed my life. They have put me in such a place to be able to explore this world in such a unique way that I love sharing that with other people. Like I mentioned before, I've been educating for a long time. I majored in Spanish and minored in French. These are just some of the countries that I've been to, and many I have worked in. French-speaking countries as well, such as Martinique and Guadeloupe. And so really giving me a variety of how this language is spoken around the world. This is me just recently in Versailles. I was with students. We went to Paris this past May, which I will talk about in the near future as well. But travel really changed the trajectory of my journey. It had such a huge impact on me. There's 8 billion people living on this earth and everybody's having a different experience. And the French experience very differently than the Americans experience it. The Spanish have the Spanish dream and the Mexican dream and the Guadeloupean dream. So it's really interesting and fascinating to me to go see how these people live, see what their idea of living consists of. What I'm always mostly inspired by is the pace of life in all of these countries. There's definitely an emphasis on quality of life, and that has inspired me to live more of a European way where I'm spending more time with family and friends than I am working, and that is the most invaluable gift language has ever given me. So I'm really excited to share with you all of my experiences in Francophone countries and other countries as well, because it has impacted who I am today and the things I will do in the future as well. And so travel has been a huge part of me learning languages. And so I also am the study abroad coordinator. I probably should have mentioned that before. Just last year, I took students to Paris and Amsterdam. The year before to Switzerland, Austria, Italy. And so you'll be able to hear about our next opportunity as well, if that's something that you are interested in. So just to give you an example, I've been to the running of the bulls. I've taken language classes in Italy. I just recently returned from students from France, always continuing practicing my language. I really am an experiential learner. I learn by doing. And so actually being forced to immerse myself, forced to conversate, allows me to thrive. And so it's really important that you try to navigate what best speaks to you. And how you best learn as well. And so this is just one of my students trying Escargot for the first time. And so language is so much more than just words, but it's culture, it's food, it's interacting with people. And this is what really continues my motivation and inspiration to be a teacher. It is so incredible to see different ideas of living and also experience them for yourself. And so my passion is taking my students abroad so they can have these experiences, see what else is out there so that you can improve your own quality of life. And so that we do a lot of stuff with grammar, but we do even more so with culture, because knowing the culture is just as important as learning those language. Those two things are tied together. And so it's really awesome to be an ambassador of such things. And so you will be hearing about all of that throughout the semester too. We will be discussing all sorts of French culture, Afro-Francophone culture, Martinique culture, and so it's a really great opportunity to learn about all these French-speaking countries. So how are we going to do that? So we actually don't use Experience Spanish. I'm going to actually go over, but we do use McGraw-Hill. So I'm just going to update. We use En Avant. So excuse me, I just kind of update this for you really quickly. I'll take that off, but I love that I'm showing you that, because I would have loved if this presentation would have been perfect, but it's not, because life's not perfect. And I don't also expect you to be perfect. And one of the things I love about languages is you have to make mistakes to grow. And you also have to get comfortable with making those mistakes. And so that is something I think that is more difficult to do, because you have to put your ego aside. You can't always be perfect, and that's okay. And there's room to grow. So we'll talk about that in a second as well. So you guys have first day access. You've already signed up for the books and materials that you need for this class. So that's great news. You can get started right on day one. All of our content is in Brightspace. And so I'm actually going to hop over there right now so you can see how our course is set up. So hopefully that will allow you to be more successful. So here we are on the SUNY Niagara Brightspace page. I already clicked on the course, but when it pops up, it's going to say French 101, and it's going to have ooh la la, je veux, je peux. If you want to, you can. Everything's about effort. Okay, so what the effort you put in is what you are going to be rewarded with. So here you can find all of our content. So our course syllabus and calendar. I'm going to go over like the really important stuff today, but I'm not going to bog you down with some of the smaller details. But if you are one of those people that really needs to see all those fine lines, you guys can come check out our course syllabus here. And here is our fall schedule. If you click on this, you'll be able to see when everything's due. So what I do is break it up. I'm going to update this one in a second to the new dates, but you guys can see in the module how long the module is, when it's due, okay? And I usually try to break it up so you only have a couple assignments due every Monday. If you need more time, if that happens, you can reach out to me and I will give you that extension, but you really do have to reach out via email and confirm that with me. So if you guys see over here, you guys are going to start in the icebreaker module. One of the first things you're going to do is go to register for Connect and begin coursework. So I'm just going to go back because I kind of did that a little quick. So if you go to the icebreaker module, course materials, Connect orientation, okay, register for Connect. It'll take you to our section, and you've already paid for this, so you can start everything right away. This is the ebook where you can also access more. You can go through the chapters. You can do even more activities if you choose to. You can look at the resources that it offers you, more practice and so on than what I give you. So that's definitely an opportunity. Your first assignment in the icebreaker module is to introduce yourself. So you're going to tell us a little bit about yourself, personalize your introduction, and you're going to respond to two other classmates. So make sure that that's your first assignment that you're going to do. And then you're going to have your Meet Your Professor video. And along with it, I haven't posted it up here yet, is going to be the quiz. So you're always going to have normally a video and a quiz. And once you get to module 1, you are going to notice you're going to have cheat sheets, right? And so I would advise what I do, I use that cheat sheet so that you can be more successful. So if you're watching my videos and you're trying to follow along, you can fill it in and then go use that cheat sheet to be really successful on your quiz. And I'm making these cheat sheets so that you are successful. A growth mindset and repetition is necessary when it comes to learning a language. And so it's really important that you guys have this opportunity for success. And so if you watch the videos and you fill out the cheat sheets, there is no reason that you will not be successful in my class. I'm giving you literally all the resources you need to be successful. So the only piece that's missing is effort, discipline, and dedication. And though that sounds easier said than done, especially if you have other responsibilities like a family, a job, athletics, and etc. And so really important to manage your time so that you can be successful, but I set you up to be successful. And so effort, discipline, and dedication are going to take you really far in my course. And so hopefully this gives you a better idea of how the Brightspace is set up, and hopefully I'm going at a pace where you guys don't think it's too fast. Sometimes I get a little excited. So how do I break that up? The majority of your grade is quizzes, okay? Those Connect quizzes that I just showed you, that there's going to be a video and a quiz for every lesson. Those are worth 60% of your grade. You are able to take those quizzes up to 3 times. You have 3 attempts for these quizzes. So if you do not like your score the first time, you can reattempt to improve yourself. If you feel content with what you got the first time, that's fine, right? That is free will. And so I'm allowing you 3 attempts to improve yourself if you need to. So again, it comes back to that growth mindset. Man, I didn't do well that first time, but with hard work and discipline, I'm going to do better the second time. Okay, so the Connect quizzes are a huge chunk of it, and I really set you up for success if you're willing to do the effort, have the discipline, and dedication. Celebration of knowledge. I don't like to call them exams. I think that has a negative connotation. I never did well on exams. I thrive in personal situations by leading. I thrive in areas or not necessarily papers. So our celebrations of knowledge are a review of everything that we've done on those quizzes, and you are only allowed to take them one time. We have 3 of them throughout the semester, and they're only worth 5%. So if you do unwell or you don't do poorly on your exam, it isn't going to break your grade point average, right? So if you're doing your quizzes and you're doing participation, that is going to allow you to make up for where maybe your weaknesses are in test taking, okay? Your final exam is cumulative as well. So we go everything that's done the whole semester, actually make you do a little bit of reflection about what you've learned. I'm looking to see, not so much when I ask you, like, what's the most important thing you've learned this semester? I don't want it to be, oh, I learned how to conjugate verbs. I want you to say, I see myself differently now as a global citizen in this Francophone world, about different ideas of living and about what those cultures offer and how I can enrich myself through that, right? So that is really what I want you to get out of this, you know, not necessarily grammar, but how can this language take you to other places to give you a better quality of life, right? So really reflecting on a bigger picture in general. So participation in discussion, what does that mean? That means that you're doing your assignments. For example, the first one that I just talked about was introducing yourself and then responding to 2 classmates. Are you doing that? That's a part of your participation. And so 15% of your grade is just doing the job that you're supposed to do. And so if you have that dedication, you have that discipline, and you have that effort, you are going to excel in my class, hands down. And I am here to support you every way. I have no problems with being flexible. If you have missed a deadline and you reach out to me via email, I am more than happy to work with you to get you where you're going. And so with that being said, that's being proactive. I don't know if you're struggling, and I know this is something that's really challenging because you might have different anxieties about approaching your professors. They're going to think that I don't know what's going on. They're going to have different judgments about my knowledge. I'm not making any judgments when you're coming to me. I'm here to assist you and help you get to where you need to go. And so being proactive is reaching out via email and saying, hey, I'm struggling right now. Do you have any resources that would help me improve XYZ? But if you don't reach out to me, how can I help you? So be proactive in your education. If you need tutoring, we offer that at ACE. If you need to see, even if it's another question about how to navigate something, please come ask me. I will help you get to where you need to go. But be proactive. That is the only way, because nobody's coming to save you. You are the only person that is going to save yourself. Nobody's going to do the work for you. That is something I've learned, really well on my time in this earth. No one's coming to save me. I need to do the work that I need to do to get where I'm going. Nobody's going to do that for me. And if I have my goals and my dreams, then I need to do the dirty work, right? So you have to be willing to do that. Alongside with a growth mindset, in languages, you are going to make mistakes. You do not have to be perfect in my class, and I don't expect you to be perfect. That is not what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for the attitude like, man, I didn't do as well as I wanted this time, but I know with discipline and dedication and studying that I am going to get where I'm going. So that means also not giving up after the first defeat, right? So keep this in mind. Growth mindset is essential to your success as a student overall, as a person in life. Being able to know that it's not always going to work out, but if I keep on pushing and I keep on doing the right things, that eventually I will get where I'm going. Always easier said than done though, right? So it's just something to think about. If you want to be successful in my class, be proactive and have a growth mindset. So to talk about really quickly, study abroad. Next year in May of 2026, I'm taking students to Barcelona, France, and Spain. I am so jazzed about it. Last year I took students to Paris and Amsterdam, and you'll hear more about that. That was just an incredible experience with them. But I love the fact that you can go to your local community college and go global. It is such an incredible experience to be able to have. And I love that as well as an educator. I've been teaching, like I said, for 24 years, and I love it. I have done 20 trips abroad with students, and I'm still doing them because I see such value in becoming a global citizen and also viewing the different ideas of living that are out there and how that can improve your quality of life. And at the end of the day, I just want my students to have a quality of life. So if this is something that interests you, please reach out to me. And if you need some media inspiration, if you're one of those people that is on TikTok, I do have a TikTok. It's Professor Bridget Beeline. I do content with our travel with my students. I do just general cultural content. I've traveled to many places around the world, and I enjoy being able to showcase that and share that with the world. So if you are interested, please come check out my content. I think you will enjoy it. It'll only enhance your learning of the course. So I'm really excited for the semester to start. I hope you guys are too. We will continue to talk about all the possibilities with the French language. And again, reaching out to me, the best way is email. I look forward to a great semester with you. Bonne journée. Have a good day. Ciao.